Hi, everybody. I'm Sawd,
And I'm Punk.
and I'm definitely
Not
a Popufur at all.
Popufur. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Oh my
What he
God,
said.
we
What
almost
he
got
said.
it right. We almost got it
Almost.
right. Horribly
Almost.
out of sync, but we almost got it right for the first time ever. Miracles are happening. For those who were unaware, this is the podcast where every single episode we walk with someone into their journey into the furry fandom. Given that I come from it and from such a recent place, Punk has been at it for over a decade and a half, and most importantly, we have different entry points. All of our guests have different experiences and different ways that they've found it, and ways that it's brought joy and whatnot to their lives. So that's what we're exploring. And most importantly, this week we have an incredible guest. We have someone who has effectively turned their love of the fandom into a very small group and empire in which they are providing help to people. They're providing comfort. They're providing safe spaces. This is someone who, overall, I would most importantly consider a dear friend and someone who is confirmed to be a friend to at least a couple deers. Most importantly, can you all please welcome to this podcast the one and only Nova Llama. Nova, how are you
Yay.
doing, sweetheart?
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Woo.
Wow, what an intro. Jeez. An
Well,
empire?
Hey,
Empire.
listen,
Dang.
listen. Well, for those who don't know, for those who are unaware, there is Nova is a VR streamer. He streams as this purple llama avatar, and he is someone who is doing it on all the platforms. He's doing it on the TikTok. He's doing it on the Twitch. He's doing it on Instagram, and for some reason, that is the one where things have just exploded recently. How many views does that one video have that you have up there inexplicably?
As of recording, 2.6 million.
Jesus,
Uh,
man!
What?
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Nova Llama, let me tell you. But most importantly, anyone who's seen his videos, who's seen his lives, knows that he is all about self-love. He's all about compassion. He's all about healing and the occasional bout of goofiness. And yeah, that's kind of why we wanted to have you on. A long time coming. Just very happy for you to be here. Truth be told.
Oh, thank you. This is cool. I've listened to all of the episodes, so it's fun to actually hear my voice now.
That's
I'm,
really why I record this, so I could just record I could hear my voice over and
Yeah.
over again. That's really well. Before we get into the details, before we get into the meat of it, Punk, I think we need to congratulate Nova as to be as of I think a week ago prior to this taping, the owner of an actual full-blown fursuit of his
Mhm.
Sona.
Mhm.
Holy moly! Congratulations, dude. How
Oh.
is it?
Oh, thank you. So as we're recording this, I got the suit actually earlier this week. It's a dream come true. It still hasn't processed for me, like
hmm
how I feel. 'Cause this is something I have dreamed of for, gosh, like 5 years at this point. And I look at it every day, and I can't believe it's finally here. I'm so happy. And
Well, anyone who's seen you on any of the socials, you're a giant purple llama with kind of almost like a teal light blue like kind of heart puff in the chest area. Like it's a very deliberate and specific design, but also I feel like this design has gone through a couple different iterations. Was it something you had sketched out first, or was it something that like was designed for VR first, or how did that first iteration of the Nova Llama, especially when people see the image and look you up or anything else, like that's what people will see. How did the first iteration of that come to be?
Right. So it's kind of a weird story. The first like iteration, quote unquote, of the llama actually came from therapy.
Okay.
So my therapist was like, "Hey, draw out a character, right, to kind of like represent you and everything." So it's just kind of one of those things where like I just kind of sketched a random llama, made it
Mhm.
purple, favorite color, and
Mhm.
that's kind of where it started.
Okay.
And when it kind of came down to making an actual Sona for the fandom, I just commissioned an artist that had done rough sheets for quite a few of my friends. And they actually kind of came up with the majority of the design. Like I kind of guided them with what I was looking for, but I didn't really have much of an idea of what I was looking for. So they kind of came up with a few things, and that's how that happened. It just kind of ended up happening like it did. So
First shot, first time, everything nailed it. Perfect. It's
Yeah.
incredible, though. Yeah. I guess could because I know you and I have talked about this before because a lot of people they I think can know you for your streams that you do on both like TikTok and Twitch and other places like that where it's just like kind of this safe space, kind of like a nice like a kind of kind of almost feel good hangout where people can talk about their problems, they can talk about things going on in their life, they can make terrible jokes, things like that, like a, just an overall safe space. Were you when you first got that VR model iteration of it? Were you, I know there's the stereotype of certain people that get into VR chat and they like just kind of are mirror gazers. They just like staring at themselves for a while. When you first got that model, did that happen to you?
Uh, no, actually.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
My, I think as both of you know from watching my streams, my attention span is not good. So I could never sit there and just stare at myself for that long.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've never actually done that. The only time I've actually like fully looked at my model in VR chat is when I've been like recording or streaming. Outside of that, I rarely do. So
Yeah.
I, I feel like that makes me not a normal furry in that sense, at least a VR furry. But yeah,
Mm,
I
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think you're not a mirror dweller, which is nice. You're out there doing things in VR chat. So
or the
Yeah.
question is, do you two stare at your models? Like mirror gaze, mirror dwell?
I do it for facial expressions because I never know what faces I'm making because I have really
Hmm.
sensitive controllers. And if you see me on stream, you can see everything just twitching constantly. And it's because my controllers are just oversensitive. And I don't want to be having a conversation with someone like a deep convo, and my model is all happy. Like he just, you know, I'm like, that'd be kind of awkward. So I would like
Right.
them to see what I'm like looking at or what I'm doing. That's the only time I
What
do it.
when I first got into VR chat, whatever, like I just got just like a random base model because I didn't want to be obviously like whatever the base was. I was just looking for stuff, just trying to find what, made sense. And I had this like little kind of wolf one that I first kind of came up with and like, I just bought it on the cheap. I'm like, just give me something before I went custom. And I remember just looking at it for a bit like, this is pretty cool, but like my experience with this is that I haven't had any specific like animalistic tendencies. But then again, I know we've talked about a little bit on this podcast. Like my whole idea that this is a Sona or something else like that has been somewhat incongruous with my worldview because at the end of the day, for me, it's just me. And I
Mm.
know that some people design their sonas to be like, this is an idealized version of myself. Or in some cases, like therapeutically, it could be like, this is a part of my past or something else like that. Like, I think having these things expanded and taken out allows them to interact with them a bit more and allows them to kind of only like assess them a little bit. That's never been my thing. Like not to be that guy. I think I'm pretty dope. I think I'm pretty cool. Like at the end of the day. So like for me it's like for me, I'm just like, no, 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 I don't have a Sona. This is just like, someone, it's a rabbit. It's the thing, it's the logo for the things. I kind of eventually kind of accepted it as is, but it's not really a character I inhabit. It's just me at the end of the day. But then again, as I've learned over time, you don't have to have a Sona. You don't have to have an OC. At the end of the day, you could just there's no specific way you have to go about being a furry. And apparently, I've run into at least a few people that have gone almost their entire lives, like a decade into the fandom, and just haven't had anything. And for me, I'm like, I get that feeling. I really do. I think that's so dope, but everyone's journey is different. So that's why we like to highlight it on the pod. But
Oh, good segue. Very good. Well done.
Mm.
but I mean, listen, doing it for a bit. But did did you have similar experience or was it a different experience slipping into the fursuit for the first time?
Hmm. I don't think it's fully hit me yet, to be honest with you.
Mm.
Honestly, actually, tomorrow I plan on kind of really starting doing the whole like streaming stuff and recording videos with the fursuit. And I have a feeling it might hit me then. Right now, and this is probably about something a lot of your listeners don't know about me. Like I'm a race car driver. Like that's kind of my other side passion.
Hmm.
And right now it's kind of that feeling of like whenever I get like a new racing suit or a new helmet for the race car, whatever, of just like, okay, I need to get it on, make sure it fits me, kind of break it in, make sure it like works for what I need it for. And I think my mind's kind of in that mindset of just like still feeling the waters with it. I think there'll probably be a moment, hopefully next week, where it just kind of finally hits me like, oh, this is like fully a reality. This year-long process of getting this thing made and being anxious and scared about how it's going to turn out, it's gonna finally be over. So, yeah.
Yeah. This is a very stupid question, but I'm very curious. When you received it, or like when you were waiting for it, do you feel like, actually, this is just not about the fursuit, but just kind of in general. Do you have differing days of furriness in your life? Like there are days when you feel like 100% this, and then like other days when you're like 20%. Like I've been having, a couple like days where it's like times when you're just fully like, yep, fandom is my life or whatever, like kind of thing take over. And then the other days where it's just like like just other days of just like kind of self-reflection or whatnot, where you're just not as much in that. I'm just wondering if, because like when you go to a con or something else like that, that obviously takes that feeling up to like an exponential level. But do you ever have, is it a constant for you, or do you have like, does it come in waves? That's my, I guess that's my question to you.
Right. No, yeah, it definitely comes in waves.
Hmm.
For me, at least, like I have a set like streaming schedule and everything.
Hmm.
So Monday, Wednesday, Friday are definitely like my quote unquote furry days for me.
Right. Uh-huh.
uh, and then like it happens a lot on the weekends as well when I'm able to relax and just decompress. I feel
Hmm.
so much more connected to the fandom when I don't have to deal with the outside world, or I guess quote
Hmm.
unquote normal people. And yeah, I think that's kind of when I get my motivations to like record videos and stuff, is when I'm feeling the most furry and thus happy, I guess.
Hmm.
Um,
It's almost like it's the furry, the fandom is a safe space, and then the more opportunities you get to retreat into it, the better you feel overall, mentally, emotionally, etc.
oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
It's definitely at a point now where like I try to incorporate furry pretty much every single day for me. Like
Hmm.
I need something.
For me, it's like me and my husband, we've talked about this too, where it's just it feels like every year you just get a little bit gayer, because me and my
Yeah.
husband, for the record, are gay, and it's the thing where it's just like every year it's
Whoa.
just like I know
Whoa.
mind blowing, shock, I know revelations all the way across the board, but like low key is the kind of thing where it's like. Even with like our first year of marriage, like we thought, we had a gay marriage in Chicago. It was lovely, we thought it was pretty. Oh my goodness, the level of just overall just queer embrace that we are in right now is just a completely different level. And it's like it's just fascinating. And low key, I do want to get a little bit into your origins, Nova, but I am
Mhm.
wondering, Punk, do you have days of varying levels of like furriness to you?
Kinda. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
like definitely, as I said, like going to a con is full on, like you're in that.
Hmm.
So it's kind of hard not to be like, oh, I'm just a normal dude, just at a furry con in a fursuit. Like it's
Hmm.
kind of hard not to think. But I guess there's times because even like the last few days, I've been having like ideas of like, oh, I kind of want to bring in my first suit because I haven't worn mine in almost years, really.
Hmm.
And so it's kind of coming back, and it's because I'm interacting with so many other people, and again, like everyone's getting their own fursuits now, and I'm just like, oh man, I kind of miss that feeling of like doing that.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I do get those like definitely the feelings.
Well, you've
Do
been
you
at it
think?
for so much longer too, so I wonder if it's like there's some
Yeah.
degree of which it becomes normal, and then at some point, for me who's still here and brand new and like, wow, everything's colorful, like if that's just more radiant or it's just more obvious to me, I don't know.
Yeah, as says the high school analogy I had all
Hmm.
over. It's just I'm kind of past everything, so I just come back for those reunions, and I'm like the dude that comes back like I remember back when I was in that grade.
I remember the original con
Oh,
fuzzled. Yeah.
I remember for Apocalypse when it was called Fur Fright. I still have my Fur Fright t-shirt from like 2011, funny enough.
oh
That
wow.
is
Like I have a
incredible.
relic
Dang.
and it still
Yeah.
fits me. I just don't. I just don't get taller.
Well, and you're also slender as all hell. So let's be
I
real.
am.
That is, you know,
That's true.
that
I
is,
shop at
oh,
Baby Gap. It's fine.
Wait, what?
that's
What?
that's right. Have you not seen us me and Punk with the promotional photos where I'm using a baby Bjorn to carry him across the threshold? Like that's I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty well
No.
done.
Wait, what? No.
So
I'm
Nova,
so confused. What?
don't worry about a thing. It's
It's
okay. We
okay.
got
It's
you.
okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it. No, that's for the Patreon. Nova,
Oh, good.
to get to the kind of the root of everything here, and I think it's kind of like the question that is the basis of this podcast, but also I never like necessarily want to lead with it because it is just kind of the most basic question in the world. But truly, as you know, on your own speed and comfort level, how did you get into the fandom?
Ah, yes. The great question.
Hmm.
It's kind of an interesting story. So I guess the night, like I vividly remember the night that I realized I was a furry because it was simultaneously the best night of my life and the worst night of my life.
June 20th, 19 Yeah.
Close.
Oh.
um, so I think like in general, right? I was always kind of like quote unquote furry. Like I always enjoyed anthropomorphic animals. And I don't really know exactly when that happened. I'm assuming some type of media I saw as a child.
Some sort
Um,
of likely Disney movie or something else
yeah,
like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
right. Um, but I really didn't know of the existence of the fandom until freshman year of college.
Hmm.
Um, oh, geez. Actually, this is the first time I've told this story to really anyone.
Ah,
So when I was in college, I worked in an office on campus that was mainly used for like enrichment activities. So like there's student study abroad, foreign exchange, kind of research stuff as well. And so we had a lot of like random events we did that kind of incorporated a bunch of different parts of the community and student body. One of the events we did was for all of the foreign exchange students where they could go in and kind of showcase their culture for everyone. And so there was just like a bunch of big tables set up and everyone had different things from their country and culture and everything. And this ended up being a really good photo op for the school mascot.
oh,
Yes. In the school I went to, their mascot is a giant cougar, like just generic brown cougar.
okay.
And they did not have anyone to wear said mascot. And being the only male presenting person that worked in that office who could also fit into that suit, I was voluntold to wear that suit all night.
Voluntold
Um,
is amazing. That goes so hard. I love
oh
that.
yeah. So, and that suit. So the night of this big event, I am ushered down into this storage closet that acts as my dressing room. I'm handed this really old box that has this essentially mascot fursuit costume thing in it, and
Mhm.
I open it, and a wave of BO hits me in the face. I cannot tell you the last time that thing was washed. Um, yeah, it was fantastic.
Incredible.
And then like the head that I wore, it had exposed foam that had gotten really hard. So by the time the night was
Ooh.
over, my forehead was bleeding. I couldn't even move my face because it was just all cut up.
Oh my
No,
God.
yeah, none of the
Yeah.
fans worked, so I was like incredibly dehydrated. There was talks of me actually going to the hospital because I was like fully going into like heat exhaustion. Horrible night, very bad. But as I was wearing that suit and running around and just like talking to people, well, quote unquote talking, kind of being the mascot for
Mhm.
people, I realized that I thoroughly enjoyed what I was doing, right? Being able to like put on this costume and just be my authentic self as like this furry animal thing. It like it hit me like right in my soul. It
Mhm.
was like immediately like, oh, this is a feeling I've never had before, and it's also the feeling that I've been searching for my entire life. Like I had never felt that free up until that point. Yeah, after that horrendous night, after I it was a very bad night after I took that suit off because my body was shutting down. In the coming days and weeks, I started just like searching because I knew this was out there, right? There's a way for me to feel this again. And I stumbled onto a few fursuiters. And that's how that happened. I immediately knew I was a furry. So I saw that and I'm like, yep, that's where I want to go now. So, yeah.
When you put it on, was it more of a matter of you felt yourself becoming something different, or was it also the perception of the world around treating you different that affected it, or was it some sort of combination or a secret third thing?
So it was a wide range of emotions, I think. Like when I first put it on, that pure embarrassment of doing something crazy like that. Because especially at that point in my life, I was so shy and reserved, and like I couldn't talk to anyone. Like it took a lot of effort for me to even talk to people. So when I first put it on, it was pure embarrassment. I think it took me like an hour to even get out of the storage closet I was in, to even go up there and just walk around. And then just walking around, having people approach me and like immediately welcome me into that space and include me. Like that wasn't something I had fully experienced before, I guess. And that it immediately changed something in me. It's like, oh, I can be in these spaces. I can be accepted. So, over a course of a few hours, I went from just being so incredibly shy and scared to then feeling accepted to then being like, oh, I can let my mask fall a little bit. I can be me. And I never fully got to the point of just like being truly authentic, right? Like, especially compared to where I am now, like it still was very reserved and shy, but it was a level of authentic I've never felt before. And it was such a change. So realistically, this only happened over the course of about 4 hours, but it was definitely something I'll never forget. So
that's incredible, dude. Like for real, that is absolutely amazing. I think when I think about something like that, it's you discover more and more about yourself with every single day, and I think that's so important and powerful. But especially with this fandom, I think especially with everything else going on in it, there's that thing of like, is this as you proceed, I guess, that initial experience you have, are you chasing that high, or did it just unlock a door to even more kind of emotional experiences for you as you explored this?
I guess it started off with chasing the high, right? And frankly, just going into the fandom, I immediately achieved that high. So that was accomplished immediately. From there, it was like, oh, this is how I can actually find a home, right? Find a family, find friends. And it immediately showed me like, hey, this is a life I could live. This is a way I could have a meaningful, happy life. Because at that time in my life, freshman year of college, I had no idea what I was doing. I really didn't have much purpose. I didn't really feel like I had much of a family or a home or anything. And yeah, so while that night was definitely chasing the high, in the coming weeks to years and stuff, it was like, hey, this is a home that I can be in.
Yeah. It's incredible.
I
mean, truly, like it's just I'm just so absolutely delighted, and I just cannot thank you enough for sharing this story. I think the only other thing off the top of my head though, is that you have, first off, Punk, would you agree with this? Like, would you feel that being a part of the fandom kind of opened up new emotional aspects of your life that you didn't feel? Because that's personally how I feel about it, definitely, to this day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Because as I said, I mean, I had somewhat of a similar experience to Nova, at least the mascot part, not the heat stroke aspect. But
yeah, fair.
Right. Yes.
that came later on in my years.
Hey,
But but yeah, no, it's I can definitely feel like chasing that high, that attention, the welcoming, like when you put on a character, it is you're like seeing at that point. And because again, I was also very shy back in like high school and college and everything. And yeah, like when I did a parade, that was like my first ever event, and it was like a mascot event slash furry event. It was Doodah Parade in Jersey, and yeah, I got to be a Care Bear for the
Oh my
parade.
God. Oh my
aw,
And
God.
yeah, and again, like I guess very similar. The costume was old. It smelled like mothballs, and
Hmm.
there was no cushioning in the feet, so I ended up like tripping a few
God.
times. And yeah, it was rough, but um it was just cool being in this parade and just hearing people like screaming and be like, "Oh my God, it's amazing!" And like getting the
oh,
attention and all the photos. And again with the furry, because there was also fursuiters who were, I guess, the mascots for our for Rapid T Rabbit at the time, because he hosted that. And yeah, so I got a mix of both worlds at once. And after that, I'm like, I love this. Like I want to do this like every week if I can.
aw.
So
Please tell me there's photos.
there's videos too. There's still
Ooh,
like actual videos of it. And I remember I can tell it's me because the suit did not fit. Surprisingly, I guess the suit was made for someone who was like 4'8", I swear. But the sleeves didn't come down all the way, so my wrists were exposed. So at the last second, we're like, what can I use? And we used socks. We found white socks and we just cut a hole in them and put them on. So it looks like I have two broken wrists.
that's
But
fantastic.
I was just like, I don't want my skin showing. This is the next best thing. So this video, I'll find it, but there's a video on YouTube of the parade shot in lovely 1980
140p.
VHS.
Yeah.
Oh my, it
Yes.
is, yeah, it is certified crispy. Um, so
That that is not just a Care Bear that's out there on this parade route. That is a Care Bear from the intensive care unit. Don't worry about the arms. He's fine.
it was me
It
and
was an
one other
accident.
person. Yeah, me and oh, and not to mention like having to climb into a boat in that costume too, and climbing out, and me
Ooh,
almost face planting once,
oh,
and me traumatizing a child because my shoe fell off.
that's
Yeah.
fine. That happens.
Yeah. Listen, I don't think you get into this fandom without a little bit of emotional or bodily harm happening at some
Oh,
point.
of
Like, listen,
course.
yeah,
Of
if you're getting into
course.
fursuiting, baby,
Oh my
tell me
God.
about a suitor who hasn't passed out. I mean, even also, I remember Dingo talking about the very first Dingo suit he had, and like there was, back in the old West days, and there was the shoes. I'm joking, Dingo, I love you. There's the shoes were actually made out of pillows, so not like actual anything like structural whatsoever. So like
Yeah.
walking in them was just
Mm.
in absolute pain. Fursuit and mascot technology has come a long way in the last several decades, folks. That's what I'm
Mhm.
trying to say. Yeah.
So, Sod, I feel like the moral you should be taking away from this is that your first fursuit experience needs to be with a really old suit that hasn't been washed at all.
Yeah. You know what? I
Hmm.
can maybe make that happen. I can find someone. We can go
Yeah.
to a thrift store.
Yeah, the fursuit thrift store would be wild, but also they would never retain stock. And knowing how much people will need and want and buy these things, I don't know how well the Spirit Halloween fursuits did this year, but they were a buzz, and I think there was a lot of debate in the community of like, is that really a fursuit? Where it's like, well, is it a head and paws? It probably is. It doesn't matter if it comes with Spirit Halloween or not. Like, what's your entry point? Doesn't
mhm.
I
matter. So.
mean, I mean, it was kind of like a jigsaw trap when you wore them, I heard. It was just plastic that dug into your face. So,
Yeah. I would like to play a game. It's called Take Me to the ICU. It's a great game. It's over very quickly.
Furries play
With
it
that,
very well.
Yeah.
Listen, I was at MFF. I saw those ambulance lights more time than I cared to admit. But
It's not a furry con until an ambulance or a fire truck shows up. I'm just saying. It's not a
or
good
police.
con unless that happens. Or police,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. One of the main, well, as long as one of the main federal service aides comes there, that or a mail truck. I'll take a mail truck. If for some reason that shows up, we're good. Uh, Nova, hi,
Hi.
how are you?
Hello.
Hey.
I am doing fantastic.
Good, good. So, online, you are a llama, and I think a lot of people would probably recognize you from your purple llama Sona that you've had. However, there's another iteration that has actually shown up in some of your earlier videos of kind of like a pod like mammal type thing. Like, can you walk me through what that is and how that plays into the narrative of Nova?
Wow, you did some deep diving. I see. That came from the fact that there is very few llamas in the fandom.
Mhm.
Surprise, surprise, there's like no llamas on VR chat that you can use for models. There's like one, and it didn't fully fit what I was looking for. So at the time, that was just like, hey, it's like I joined VR chat and did all of that before I decided to do streaming and content.
Mhm.
So that kind of came from just like, here's a model or an avatar that I've enjoyed just kind of existing in. Let's make it Nova colors. And yeah, then I decided to make content, and that was kind of the only thing I had. So I was like, hey, we'll go with that.
Is it a
And
rat? Is it what is it?
it's I think it's a Rexolium or something like that. To be totally honest with you, I don't really know.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, wait. Are you talking like the very first videos?
Not the very first ones. Like I think there was one in the drama video that you had a while ago. Is the music video where there was
Okay, yeah,
and yeah, and you've shown it to me in VR before too. I will say that.
yeah. I think it's a Rexolium or however
I don't
you
know what
pronounce
that
that.
is. I'll be fully honest with you.
I don't
Uh,
either, but it
it's
looks
it's
fun.
it's what my avatar is, but like a newer version, or it's the older version. What Nova's referring to.
Okay.
Mhm.
So Fox adjacent question mark?
Yeah, in a way, it's
Okay,
like a
no.
fox hybrid with like feathers sometimes, or like spikes.
Damn.
It's interesting.
Okay. So that leads to a very good question then, Nova. At what point did you decide, like, I mean, after just establishing that you were a furry after this mascot thing and then going through all the emotional, journeys I think a lot of people go on when they first enter the fandom, what made you then decide to be like, I want to be in the content creation space? Because I know, and I think, Punk can also say that as people that do that sometimes, technically this podcast is content if you want to really get into it. Having the boldness or having at least that sense of self to want to push to do that requires a little something inside you. What was
Mhm.
the driving force for that for you?
Hmm. So when I first joined the fandom, obviously I was still incredibly shy and reserved, and that it was just me wanting to, I guess, grow and not be this shy, scared person that I've been my entire life. I actually have a good friend, a little alpha pup or Milo, who also
Hmm.
makes content, a pretty big
Yeah.
creator in the space. They encourage me to make videos as well, and they've been kind of a mentor to me. Yeah, the first, I don't know, 14 videos I made or so, it really just kind of started out as like a video journal type thing. I never really intended it for anyone to see it. I needed to journal how I was feeling, or just kind of get something out there artistically. And TikTok just happened to be a good space for that. And then initially when I, started posting videos on TikTok, it was very much just like a video journal for me. And yeah, it was just kind of a way to just put myself out there. I never really expected it to gain traction or really do anything. And then from there, so I started posting in, was it 2024 or 2023, roughly around there. Uh, Honestly, just the state of the world kind of got really depressing for me, seeing everything going on. And I was like, hey, I want to at least make something positive. I want to put something positive into the world. And this can help me get out there and kind of push past my fear of talking and like being in front of people, and hopefully it'll make some type of positive impact. So that's kind of where a lot of the video content stuff came from. And then fast forward, I think 6-ish months, the streaming started because there was a presidential debate that had happened in America that I found incredibly depressing to watch. And I was like, hey, instead of wallowing in depression, sitting here alone in my apartment, let's hop on live and let's just put a big safe space banner above my head. And whoever wants to sit there and talk and just feel safe for a little bit, they can do that. So that's where the streams came from.
Nice.
And yeah.
I mean, and since then, I think you've curated a lovely and incredible community of people who are caring and thoughtful and whatnot. But I will say, when I first saw you streaming, it was exactly as you described it. It was the big banner that said "Safe Space." In fact, you even had, I believe, your moniker at the time was not just Nova Llama; it was Nova the Happiness Llama, very specifically.
Right.
But now that is no longer in place. Now it is just Nova Llama. What led to you making that change?
So it was Nova the Happy Llama, right? That was kind of the thing I went by for a very long time. That name was actually very ironic. That name was bred out of a lot of sadness, to be honest with you. So when I first joined the fandom, the very first Discord group that I joined was Little Alpha Pups, like Discord server. I didn't have a Sona at the time, and obviously, like, I'm not going to use my real name. So I was like, okay, what can I call myself? And at that point in my life, I was incredibly depressed and just not okay. And I'm like, hey, irony, I'm going to call myself the Happy Llama. And that name just kind of stuck, right? And eventually I got Nova, the Sona. I was like, well, I can call myself Nova, but then like online, I'll be like Nova the Happy Llama or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it finally got to a point where the happy part of the Happy Llama was already implied, right? I was actually happy. I was actually doing better. I didn't need to visually tell people that I was happy, because now I was, and I could go on stream and actually be happy. So yeah, it was very much a name that was bred out of, I guess, irony, or just, I don't know if that's the right word, but just like not being happy with myself, kind of wishing that I was actually a happy llama. Mm-hmm. To then like, hey, I don't need this anymore. It's kind of a crutch, right? It's kind of a thing that, I don't need. So
yeah,
got rid of it.
It also, I think, in terms of just pure branding, that is a thing that you really have to think about if anyone wants to be into the fandom or whatnot. But like being known as the Happiness Llama, like I think that sets a certain amount of expectations of like, well, every stream has to be delightful and joyous, and like there's days when you just absolutely don't feel that way. Like I don't like that's not something you can force, and people will always, doesn't matter how smart, how dumb they are, they will always see through a fake facade. So I think that. I'm not sure how many people went into your lives expecting that, but I do think it's probably awesome. I mean, I think it's really cool that you've kind of broken away from that, because it just kind of allows you to find your space however you want it,
No, thank you. And yeah, like, at least for me, and I have a feeling it's the same for you too. This fandom has very much become all about just being authentic and being like fully myself. And that's kind of what I wanted to reflect in my videos, and especially in my streaming, where it's just like, this is authentically me, both happy and sad. And I feel like, having talked to both of you, it's kind of the same thing, where it's just like become a thing where it's just, I want to be my authentic self, right? And kind of show that to the world.
Would, having now been in the fandom and having dealing with authenticity, this is a question I tend to ask a lot of some of our guests. Do you feel that friendships work differently in the fandom?
Oh, 1,000%.
Oh, definitively.
Oh yeah. How do I put this nicely?
Put it rudely. You're not the Happiness Llama anymore. Go for it.
Yeah.
Fair.
Pop off,
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, I had decent friends before I joined the fandom, right? Like, I had college roommates who were friends, and high school friends and all of that. Like, some of the worst friendships I have in the fandom like quote unquote worst friendships I have in the fandom are still monumentally better than the friendships I had outside of that.
Real talk. Real talk.
And I've had to talk to a few of my friends about this, where it's like I've had to like redefine my language since joining the fandom. Like the word love for me used to mean like a very specific thing, and I realized that like as I've joined the fandom and as I've made these really, really close friendships, I feel a love stronger for my friends in the fandom than my definition of love allowed, if that makes sense. So I've had to like redefine what that means for me, and like I've never met so many caring and wonderful people in this fandom. And of course, there's definitely people who can be a little toxic and everything, but in general, like the friendships I've made here have been, frankly, the things I've searched for my entire life. Right? This is the home and the family that I've always wanted, and yeah, friendships are very different in this fandom, and I very much enjoy it.
You can say friendships are magic.
God damn it. God damn it, Punk. Every goddamn time. I really want to circle back on one thing you talked about. A toxic furry? Punk, have you heard of this phenomenon? This seems new to me. I have no...
I've never...
not once.
I can't put my finger on it. Like
I saw a video today of someone that is like leaving the fandom and for not great reasons, and like so it's just like a video with like piano music, black background, white text explaining whatever they need to explain, and at the very end, like, I just hope to leave you all with a positive environment. I'm like, bro, calm down. No, not that, for the love. I know it physically hurt for this very earnest, sad. Oh my God.
Sawd, you can't mention that when I don't have a strong alcoholic beverage with me.
It's okay. We'll do the spicy water stream soon. Rest assured that will.
Oh yeah,
fun.
That will happen.
I've learned that the one driving force for every furry friendship is terrible puns. So I'm glad to hear that this person had to do that. Yeah. I'm happy.
That's the fandom 101, baby. It's you cannot join this fandom without having a little bit of cringe embracement. Like I don't know how else you will survive, truth be told.
Oh, fully.
Yeah. One thing, I have two kind of tangential questions for you, Nova, related to your time in the fandom too, and they're kind of things about you, and you've mentioned them on your socials before, so I feel pretty okay with bringing them up. But like, by all means, to your level of comfort as you wish to answer them. Number one, you talked about in a post how you have something called aphantasia.
You built that up so well.
Oh my God. Yes. Oh, yes.
That terrible affliction. Yes.
Well, it's the thing where... First off, would you describe it for us?
Yes, sure. So, for those of you who do not know what aphantasia is, if you think... The classic example is if you think of an apple, right? So picture an apple in your head. There's like a range of what people see. So a lot of people will be able to picture like a full apple, right? You'll see like the little water droplets on it. You may be able to smell it or put it in an environment or something. And it kind of, the level of detail is different for everyone. So for someone like me who has aphantasia, when you tell me to picture an apple, I don't see anything, right? I cannot actually picture an apple. I can picture the quote unquote idea of an apple. So like if you were to tell me like, hey, describe what the apple is, I'll be like, well, it's red. Has like maybe a leaf on the stem, but I don't actually see it. It's just kind of the idea of it. So yeah, there's when I make the jokes on stream about how there's not much going on in the brain, I'm not really joking, because I don't picture anything. It's just a dark void a lot of the time. So yeah.
I thought the sequel was pretty underrated.
What?
Oh.
Aphantasia 2000.
Yeah, I got the joke.
So low-key, I know. I'm so sorry, but I'm not.
No, you can't just move on from that quickly. Gosh dang it.
So,
Uh,
in all earnestness, though, I wonder, like, as someone who especially is in a creator space, when you have to like have logo designs or commission artists or things like that, is does that a barrier? Is that a difficulty at all, or is that just do you have ways to navigate that when like describing things that you want in like a new drawing or a rendering or whatever?
it's it's actually beyond difficult, to be honest with you. At least for me.
Okay.
I'm sure other people with aphantasia are able to fully do stuff. It really came to light actually during this fursuit process of getting it made and everything, because like the fursuit makers would email me and they'd be like, "Hey, we have like 6 different options of what we're thinking of for like fur patterning or like fur lengths and stuff, or like the design of the head." And they would describe it to me, and I'm like, I hear what you're saying, right? Like I can see what you're saying. I can get the idea of it. I can't actually picture what any of that looks like. Like I have zero idea how that looks. So I actually had to tell them like, hey, future reference, if you do have ideas or you want to try a few different things, like I need pictures of it. I need diagrams. Otherwise,
Hmm.
I can't picture what's going to happen. And yeah, I do have issues when it comes to like getting commissions made or planning out videos and stuff, where it's like I can describe the idea I have and I can, really lay it all out, but to actually fully picture how it's going to look in my head and like, hey, will this color look really good with this color, stuff like that. I can't do that. It actually is an immense struggle. So I have to
Yeah.
very much rely on like visual aids for everything.
And spoiler alert, you showed me a little bit of what happened in your process too, like this fursuit maker. They're like, so we've done some research on llama paw pads, and like, like they sent like
Yes.
photos and like, how realistic is it? I was very impressed with the degree, which I'm sure was intensely helpful, but I was like, that is the fursuit maker to trust if they're willing to go that far for you.
Oh, they did a fantastic job. Shout out
Yeah.
Starcane Arts. They did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Not sponsored.
Not
uh,
sponsored. We love TikTok shop.
We
Right.
love TikTok shop.
Punk, remind me real quick with I know you have several fursuits. Were any of them direct custom?
My Bentley one was, but that was
Yes.
kind of based off a design already, because I had a previous version that I bought off of a friend, and it was just a blue tick hound with like the
Hmm.
spots and all, and I wanted more for because I was doing charity stuff at the time, like doing the Dude Parade and doing
Hmm.
stuff in different groups. I was like, I want more of a mascot version of this character, and so it was pretty much the same
Hmm.
design pattern wise. I think the only thing I had custom was how the head was, because I was like, hey,
Hmm.
I'm going to be doing this by myself half the time, so I need this to be easy for me. So
Hmm.
I was like, just do it like I wanted it originally like Wags the dog from the show The Wiggles, like that concept. Because I really thought
Aw.
that.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
So listen, like it's a really cute suit. I loved how it looked, and I was like, I kind of want that vibe. And I remembered she was like, okay, bet, came up with a design. It looked fantastic. And then like a year later, she was like, so we can't do that because it's going to be really heavy, and we're going to have to add like harness, like a metal like thing that you have to buckle, which I've worn before. And I'm like, yeah, maybe let's not go down that route. So I was like, okay, do it like Chuck E. Cheese design because I was working at Chuck E. Cheese, so I had to
Aw.
wear the mouse, and you could see out the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. I was like, do it like that, and she was like, bet. And now that's the only custom I think I had of that suit that I wanted. Like that was brand new from the old one. Because the old one, you just saw out the eyes, and then the mouth kind of opened like a fursuit.
Hmm.
But
Have you ever worn those on stream or anything?
no, not yet. I worn my old Jack fursuit once. Well, I haven't worn it. I brought it on stream a few times just to like mess with people. Because there's been a few times where I'll be doing like mortem or whatever. And they'll be like, "Are you a furry?" I'm like, "No, I'm a doctor." And they're like, "Okay, good. I thought you were a furry." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, it's cringe." And I'll bring out the head and just start brushing the fur. And I'd be
Uh-huh.
like, "Yeah, I can't do that. This is a," and they never notice, which is hilarious. Um, but I would like to. I would like to wear a new Bentley at some point. Because he looks cute, and a lot of people I've showed him to. They're like, "Oh, you need to use him more." I'm like, I know, I know. I just haven't found a use for him in my universe yet.
Yeah.
And,
The
I mean, a
the
good.
Mortem's menagerie of characters. Go ahead, Nova.
I was saying a good use, but to force a certain bunny to wear it, that might be kind of fun.
I mean, I mean, true,
We'll see. We'll
true.
see. We'll see. There's been no plans about Be Whiskered as of yet. We will. The future is long and bright and curious and strange and
Well,
lovely.
I will have him with
Uh,
me. So,
mhm.
And I mean, I did hear
Yeah.
about a certain bet, and if you make the
oh
bunny wear the
yeah,
suit, does that count as you winning the bet?
I
I feel
I
like
think
it
don't
that the
might.
think.
whole idea was I would own the suit, not
Yeah.
just wear it a single time. So we'll see. For the record, part of the bet never stipulated the quality of the suit, so it could be one of the old scratchy face ones. Who knows? But we'll see how many socks we have available to make that happen. So TBD, TBD. Uh, I have one last kind of serious question for you, Nova, if that's cool.
I'll, I'll get back to you. I'll let you talk first.
Okay, okay. Just out of curiosity, because it's something that you do post within your link tree, and it's one of the things where I see so many people in the community list this in their pronouns profile of identifying as he, they. And it's the thing where I will confess that I don't know a whole lot about it. The fact that I see it so commonplace among some of my friends almost makes me wonder if there is some causation correlation between that and being in the community. But uh, I was wondering if you wanted to, if you felt okay walking us through that. And if not, that's totally okay too. This part will be edited out of the podcast, but whatever you feel comfortable with, I was curious.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm totally fine. That's totally fine with me.
Cool.
So honestly, the one big thing about Nova when I designed the Sona, first off, it was kind of that idealized version of me and kind of the thing that I wanted to be, right? Um, but I really wanted the character to be asexual and agender. Um,
Hmm.
Honestly, it felt right to me to just kind of have that be a thing without a sexuality or gender. So the he they, for me at least, was really like the person, go with he him. Nova the Sona, they them, he them, she her, kind of whatever you're comfortable calling them, um,
Hmm.
or how you prefer to reference them, I should probably say. So for me, like, that's kind of where that came from. It's like if you're referencing me, the person, I'm cool with he him. Nova themselves, just whatever you want. So yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that is lovely and fantastic, and I appreciate you being so open and honest with so many things. I do have a final speed Q&A for you, but before anything else, Punk, I wanted to just check in. Did you have any other questions for Nova, the no longer Happiness Llama?
Wow.
It
Um,
sounds so dark. I'm
damn,
so sorry.
right?
Yeah, the
Does.
second it came out of my mouth, I
Gosh.
felt so bad.
What
Wow.
am I now? Wow.
Dragon.
Apparently you're it. The ego is gone.
Pure ego death in the furry
Pure
fandom, a new
ego death.
podcast. Yeah.
Excuse me while I go sit in a corner and cry now.
Oh my
Jeez.
God, that would be a really interesting like show. Can you get that on like MTV? Just a bunch of furries doing
Ooh.
shrooms in the woods, called
Oh.
Ego Death and Afraid.
Oh my God. Okay, so first off, for any producers of television who are listening, it's definitely not a Popufur podcast at gmail.com if you wanna if
Yes,
you wanna if you wanna
yes.
pitch. But okay. Barring that then, I questions for you, Nova, if you're ready for a rapid fire round. I promise this won't be
Oh,
this won't be that bad. Oh,
I
go ahead.
do
I
have
am
one question.
One
I
question. Yes,
was,
go ahead.
yes, I was going to ask, since you mentioned like you're a race car driver and all of that's your side or like profession, right?
Mhm.
Um, does anyone in that world know of Nova Llama,
Ooh.
or do you keep that separate?
Um, so the racing aspect of my life is actually split up into two parts. There's like
Okay.
a virtual racing thing that I do. There I have like teammates and stuff. They know about Nova and everything. I quote unquote came out to them last year with that. The real world
Congratulations.
racing. Oh, thank you. It was a big step actually.
Yeah.
um, the real world racing. No, no. I'll have like a llama sticker on the race car, just with the general demographic of the people that I race with. I don't feel comfortable or safe expressing any of that. So
That's very
Understood.
fair.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, as much as you feel obligated, I think we can race through some questions for you. Just some
Oh,
real quick speed run answer. Listen, the
God.
segues, the
Oh
segue.
my God, it's
All right, here we go.
I'm so glad this isn't a visual podcast because I am just the cringe I am feeling right now. Like half this podcast is just my
That's how you know you're a furry. That's how you know. That's what I understand. Uh,
uh,
so, right, real quick, let's dive into it. Nova Llama, NASCAR or Formula One?
Formula One.
All right. Do you ship Javik?
Javik?
Yeah.
Who the heck? What? What's that?
From I thought it was your all-time favorite show of all time, a certain Netflix show based off of League of Legends, and there's two male leads that are frequently found
Oh,
together. I thought
I no, I don't.
you did not ship
I,
does not ship Javik and Arcane. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Uh,
that,
favorite
oh,
favorite Whisper song.
Foxboy. Well, that's the only one I can name off the top of my head right now.
Perfect. Love it. Fantastic. Which duck is your favorite?
Oh my gosh. Sod.
Not many people are going to get this, but I'm doing it for my own
That
personal
is
amusement. It's
such a
fine.
random reference. Sod. Oh my god.
He streams in the duck world. What can I say?
I
oh
really like
yeah.
I really like the lava duck because it sets other ducks on fire and it just causes pure chaos. I love it.
Love it.
Well, there's also a
Paramore
duck
disc.
that says
Oh, go ahead.
there's also a duck that says duck you, but that's mostly for sod. That's
Yeah.
what I like for
Uh,
sod.
Ah,
uh, you know what? I understand. Great. Uh, Paramore discography or Haley Williams solo?
Paramore.
All right. Bold, bold. Okay. Last question. Did you know that you can be the hero? You can get the gold,
Oh,
breaking all the
sod.
records they thought could never be broke.
Sod.
For those
I
who
should
aren't
have
aware,
known. Oh gosh, sod.
the song Hall of Fame by the script featuring will.i.am appears up in a video by Kex the Furry, who created a lot of video content for some time. Really went to the conference and some of the European cons for some time. Did an excellent job editing these videos and would just set them to some of Avicii and like other like very popular mainstream songs. And so it is my personal goal that of one of the videos that he sent of one that Kex did where he's dancing in a warehouse in I don't know what country it is, but it's set to a cover of the Hall of Fame song, and it is like peak cringe. But the guy is so good at doing it. Like he is just a good dancer. He is like an incredible fursuiter. But it's just like I will always lovingly roast Nova over the lyrics of that song whenever,
Well, see,
whenever I get a
no,
chance.
no, you left out some context though. I
Oh,
shared I shared that video with you with the note of, hey, this video was very important to me. This was like a
yes.
huge developmental moment for me. um, I will go back to that video periodically and cry because it meant so much to me. And then this bunny will go around and quote the lyrics because of how cringy it is.
damn son.
Ah.
I just an absolute monster for the record. If it makes you feel any better, I also watch that video about once a week. I will say,
I
if
don't
not
think
more
I've seen
times.
it yet.
I will send it to you because it's the kind of thing where it's like, if I'm not mistaken, the note you had with it was that it's that specific video made you fall in love with the art of fursuiting just because the guy's movement quality and it was just so good, right?
Oh, fully. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And then there was another one that he did. It was for Eurofurence. Am I getting that right?
Yes.
Eurofurence 25, which was, I think, like in 1988, 1999 or something like that, where it's just a music video set to an Avicii song, but it just is edited in such a dynamic way that just makes it feel so loving and inviting and just like, you know, the party that I guess cons need to be. But yeah.
And you quote
And
those songs to me constantly.
And I love you for it. I want you to know it's because they have also affected me, and it's my way of showing you love, truth be told.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure.
Well, as always, most importantly, Nova, I appreciate that you share that your love of the fandom so openly with me, truly, and also with so many other people. It is so meaningful, and so profound. And really, at the end of the day, all that's left to do is me and Punk is to confer and determine whether or not you are definitely a Popufur or not. So, Punk, let's go
Yeah.
into the judging booth real quick. I think it's
Okay.
soundproof. I don't think Nova can hear
Okay.
us as far as I
Okay.
can tell. I'm waving at
Oh.
him. I'm not getting any response.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm
Can you
scared.
read
So,
lips?
Yeah.
Ah,
Can llamas read
pressure.
lips? This is the real thing. Okay, well, he does have a Discord server. I know that at the very least.
Oh,
We
okay.
know that as a definitive thing. Uh Finally back on TikTok, finally. I don't know why he took a break, but he's back on TikTok.
I don't know why.
Hush.
And
Gosh, dang it.
See,
and
you
most
can read lips.
he can
It's the only thing I know how to read. Ah.
and the other thing, but I don't know. He's got some of those videos on Instagram that have millions of views or what out there. I
That's
don't know. That
true.
seems
I,
pretty
I don't
popular.
got that.
Well, I don't got that. I'd have to be on Instagram for that to happen. What is our final verdict? What do you think? What are you thinking? Where are you leaning?
I don't know. I'm gonna let you take this one. What do you think?
Okay. I think that most of fiction, I would say Nova is definitively a Popufur. I think it's the first time we have to level that judgment over there. I think he is truly
Yeah.
a llama for the people, by the people. But most critically, I do not let titles like that hold me back from declaring that he is a fantastic person. He has been one of my closest friends so far in my journey in the fandom. Someone who I genuinely look up to and respect, and overall, I think has, even though there's that time where you have those doubts and those, certainly we've all had those moments of insecurity, I think someone who at the most can admit that they have genuinely changed the fandom for the better even in their short time here, and that is why they truly mean a lot to me personally and why I'm so happy that they agreed to be on this podcast with us.
Oh.
That's a lot to Okay. So first off, this will
First
be
off.
my announcement. This is my announcement that I'm retiring from the fandom. Now that I am Popufur, I retire. I am done.
Dang it. Dang it.
I'll be
Sorry,
making a video.
Yeah, can
What-
you write up a piano track?
Yes.
Hold on, let me cue something up real quick. 1 sec.
Yeah.
Preferably AI generated, please. Thank you.
Of course, yes,
Um,
obviously.
Of course.
Thank you for having me, fandom. It's been a wonderful time. I'm done.
Mhm.
Out.
Mhm.
In the arms of an angel.
Angel.
Ooh.
But thank you.
Any-
Thank you so much for being here, truly, Nova. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I am not a Popufur. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you for. This was fun. This was awesome.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing where both of you go with this podcast. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah. I think the only way
Thanks.
through is forward, truth be told. I don't know. I don't think we're going to be backpedaling anytime soon. There's not much in the archives. We just kind of put it out there. So we just got to do more.
Mhm.
But most importantly, thank you all, everybody, for listening. Please follow us on the TikTok if you've not already. Punk, as always, is an absolute. It is a delight. It is a joy, truth be told.
Thank you.
Yes.
You as well.
Aw. We're all doing our Oscar speeches right now. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And everybody follow us. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.